Right now, the range safety systems on board the Delta II vehicle are being checked out. They're being verified so that we have complete control of the launch vehicle range safety systems in case anything should rocket are tested one final time before launch. Go off course. All these systems on the rocket are tested one final time before launch, and that is going on right now. T-minus 36 minutes, 54 seconds and counting. This is Delta Launch Control. One of the key things.
So I'm not sure how you arrived at the site or who recommended it to you, but if you pay attention and listen carefully, I will be offering you
spacecraft separation. Spacecraft separation. We hope to have some video of the spacecraft separating, but the camera on the second stage will actually, because of the mission requirements, be pointing right into the sun at that point. So while we may see the spacecraft separation, the picture could be a little washed out from being pointed into the sun, but we should to confirm that event along with the data we'll be getting back from Hartebeestok. That's a South African National Space Agency ground station that provides tracking support for a lot of international launch service providers. It's got a rather significant network of tracking antennas that range in size from 30 to 44 feet and has a lot of capability depending on what the spacecraft requires for both S-band, KU band, and KA band, and even radar C-band. So Hartebeestok can meet most ground station tracking requirements, and NASA has taken advantage of that many times in the past, including tonight. And then after we get about halfway around the world on the orbit after spacecraft separation, we'll acquire the spacecraft through the Alaska Satellite Facility, which is one of the near-Earth network stations, with its 36-foot tracking antenna, which is located near Fairbanks, Alaska. At T-minus 15 minutes in holding, this is Delta Launch Control. "15 minutes in holding." We've got just under 10 minutes from when we resume the countdown, taking it down to T-minus 4 minutes, at which point we'll enter another planned built-in hold to go through our final checks. That'll be a 10-minute built-in hold at T-minus 4. Next thing coming up in our countdown in about 5 minutes is going to be a final weather briefing from our launch weather officer, Lieutenant Joseph Round, from 30th Space Wing here at Vandenberg. Weather has been very calm, very light wind, as we can see the vapors coming from off the rocket really just kind of cling around the local pad area and really aren't dispersed much. So it's a very calm night with maybe slightly visibility than we had last night. Just under 9 minutes remaining in the hold. We're at T-minus 15 minutes and holding. This is Delta Launch Control.
Hello.
Senior MEFCO.
Senior MEFCO.
Delta RC.
Delta RC.
LD.
LD.
NLM.
NLM.
OD.
OD.
LDA.
LDA.
L will provide current and predicted T0 status for safety and launch entity constraints with probabilities of violation.
This is the LO. This briefing will be displayed on CCTV channels 7 and 8. Beginning with channel 7. On satellite, we can still see the marine layer over the region and nothing significant above. For radar, there's no significant turns, some ground flutter. And for wind data, we've been up and down. We're probably around 8 knots from, again, a 340 radial. So turning to Channel 8. There are no watches, warnings, or advisories issued at this time. We are currently green for all range safety LCCs, 0% POV at T-minus 0, as well as a 0% POV for a 24-hour scrub. For launch agency constraints, we are green for all constraints with a 0% POV for T-minus 0, and for the 24-hour scrub forecast, and proton levels are at standard background. The exposure forecast, we have about 1 to 2 miles in fog out at the pad, 300-foot ceilings, and winds are light knots from the. And for the launch forecast, again, looking at 1 to 2 statute miles, winds will creep down to 4 to 7 knots, no constraint expected launch agency or LCC, and therefore we have a 0% probability of violation with no constraints of concern. And for the 24-hour scrub, again, as previously briefed, just a little bit lower visibilities with the marine layer squashing down half mile to 1.5 mile at the pad, and then winds picking up to about 8 to 12 knots from easterly direction, but 0% probability of violation with no constraints of concern. This concludes my briefing.
Senior MIFCO, proceed with latest toxics and debris assessment.
Senior MEFCO, the runs for both toxics and debris have been complete. They're all green. Remain so for launch.
LO and Senior MIFCO indicate clear to proceed. All station report questions or acknowledge. LO.
LO.
Senior MIFCO.
Senior MEFCO.
Delta RC.
Delta RC.
LD.
LD.
NLM.
NLM.
OD.
OD.
LDA.
LDA.
Weather conference net clear.
This is Delta Launch Control, T-minus 15 minutes and holding. We have less than 90 seconds remaining in this built-in hold. Once we come out of the hold, we will be going down to the T-minus 4-minute mark, where we will then be holding for 10 minutes. Another planned built-in hold.
L-minus 26 minutes.
Launch conductor, this is LD. Resume the count at the end of the built-in hold.
And we
Roger.
have clearance to pick up the countdown at the end of the built-in hold. "30 seconds from picking up the count. Picking up in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. T-minus 15 minutes and counting.
Top off second stage helium and nitrogen system pressures prior to the end of the last built-in hold.
Roger.
Report second stage oxidizer tank pressure.
177.0